beige building on our right hand side, a huge one. It's a seat of Slovak Philharmonic. It is called Reduta. So in the Middle Ages, the town was fortified, was surrounded by the fortification, the town walls, which had 4 gates, and much later, at the end of 18th century, which was at the end of the reign of Maria Theresa, when the town spread out and it didn't need a fortification anymore, so it was destroyed, including 3 town gates. The only one is preserved until today, and you will see it a little bit later. It's St. Michael's Gate with Michael's Tower. On our left hand side, now behind this long row of houses, which is on our left hand side, these houses were constructed instead of or after raising of the fortification, instead of the southern part of the fortification, which was here. And this building on our left hand side is the, and we have really many ski resorts, really many big mountains, tall peaks, especially in High Tatras, but those mountains are more to the north and to the east of Slovakia. And here around this capital, this city, there are mostly lowlands and only small hills. Now difference, if you look to the left, here on this side, one of 4 town gates stood until the end of 18th century. It was the eastern gate. And we are going to turn to the left, and maybe you know that there was a socialistic regime here between the end of Second World War and November 1989. I'm sure you've heard about Velvet Revolution, which was the end of the socialistic regime. We call it Velvet because it was a revolution without any violence. No one was killed, just thousands of people. They across the whole former Czechoslovak Socialist Republic, they just gathered together and protested against the regime, and those communist leaders, they just gave up and we received democracy. And the biggest gathering was exactly here on this side. This is one very large square. The official name of this square is Square of Slovak National Uprising. And the biggest gathering in this November 1989 was exactly here. And different these houses, which are on our left-hand side here, these houses were constructed later instead of the northern part of the fortification, which was here. So on our left-hand side behind these houses is the former medieval town, which is today's very historical center, which you will visit a little bit later. So I mentioned that golden era of this city was between 16th and 19th century, but the peak of this golden era was in the time of the reign of Maria Theresa, because her most beloved daughter, Maria Christina, she was the wife of the then Hungarian viceroy, and they both lived in the castle, which you will see in a few minutes, because now we are going up to the castle hill and you will see the castle from the train. We are going to turn to the right now. If you look to the left, you will see the tower in a short moment, and that tower is part of the only one gate which is preserved until today, the northern one, which is called St. Michael's Gate with Michael's Tower. And you will see it later better because we'll come here again. And this orange and yellow church on our left-hand side, which is right here, it's a Catholic church from beginning of 18th century. It is called Trinitarians Church. Moving to the left, you can see the castle. Actually, I found on internet, so I cannot guarantee it's true, but it was written there that in Slovakia we've got the world's highest number of castles and chateaus, if you count those castles per capita, because there are more than 500 castles in Slovakia, and only here in this city we've got 2 castles, this one and another one which is at the edge of the city, so it's not visible from the city center. Now in a very short moment you will see the presidential palace, a beautiful Rococo palace which was constructed in half of 18